Time is running out for the drivers in Season 8 of the Android Cup Series to point their way into the championship race at Michigan. There will be 4 drivers racing for a championship when the time comes, and there's only one race left till we decide who will be fighting for a championship. On the pole for today's race is the 32 Will Parrish. To his outside is Sam Oskin. Third, Joey Covra. Fourth, Peter Onjak. Right at the top 5, it is Zachary DeLillo. Rest of the qualifying order is on the left side of the screen as the pace car goes in. We're getting set for 41 laps around the Homestead Miami Speedway, the 1.5-mile oval. As they come to the start-finish line, green flag is out. We're racing in Homestead. And it was 4 wide to lead lap number 1. The 32 on the outside got it. Nope, the 77 in the middle got it over the 32 on the outside. 29 in the middle. And they're going to file back to 3 wide here on lap number 2. I can only imagine that was the finish to this race. The 4 wide isn't going to stop back here. You got the 21, the 73, the 32, the 00 on the inside lane. Covra now to the inside trying to go for this lead. Dives it way down under. Look at this. Sideways goes the 78. You saw a plume of smoke come out of the car. He got that far sideways and lucky to not wreck. They're still bouncing off of each other a little bit. But Harmon is now falling back. That is 5th in points. He probably did not want to see that early on in this race, but there's still a lot of time for him to get back up here and contend for a good result. Back up front, Joey Covra. Probably mathematically eliminated a shot from for his second title, as he currently sits 29th in the points standings. Same with Oskin. But who knows? They might shock the world here. Maybe Oskin. I don't know about Covra, but Oskin can definitely shock the world here and have a great next 2 races to get himself into the championship. And someone who's in a good spot right now is Evan Hunter in the 4. He gained 3 spots last race to put him up into 2nd in points, right behind Austin Robb, 11 points back. That's Winnie Calhoun in the 66 into the wall as here comes Covra once again trying to go for the lead on the 77. Might need a little bit of help here. There's a multi-groove racetrack, and sometimes that can prove beneficial to the car on the inside lane and get good enough run. But sometimes the outside prevails and the car on the outside, on the top side, gets the nod heading off on quarter exit. But these two can stay in a battle side by side, pretty much in a gridlock. Here comes the 32, might give a help to the 32 or might go to the inside himself. Kind of nosed his way in there, forced the 29 up, and now he's trying to take a look for the lead. David Vickers is 11 in points. He is 97 back from the lead, so roughly around 50. Oh, look out for the 00. He had an issue right in front of the pack. And that's going to stack them all up, including the 17, who's on the bubble, along with Joshua Harrison. And look at this, the 77 in the wall. And he's going to fall back outside the top 5. So unfortunate end for Christian Vargas' day. He was 14th. Could have had a shot if he went up here. But here's points leader Austin Robb damming it down low, but it's not going to work. 32 in the middle takes the lead away. And we got a lot of dust on the front row. I'm not sure who went in the grass. It was probably Vargas, but I don't know. I thought he made it into pit lane. He did. Skylar Taylor is back here. I'm not quite sure what happened to him, but if we don't get a caution, then that's his day over. He was 19th in points. Safe to say it's pretty unrealistic we can just went in, especially now. So that mechanical issue from Christian Vargas kind of calmed the field down. A bit more single file. They were just going at it earlier, but that's not going to stop these guys. Aiden Bigelow, Richard Crown Jr., David Vickers, and Dylan Romanian. 4 wide. This is for P5. Oskin's not quite done yet. He's making his way back. Here's Steven Cologne trying to fight his way into the top 10. He realistically can. He's just 3 spots out of it. And looking at the people back there, especially Mathis Wells, I think. No, Mathis Wells is ahead of him. I thought the 43 was probably Mathis Wells. My bad. But Cologne's definitely want to get out front to try and point his way in, because look at this, the top 2 in points battling right here. Evan Hunter could definitely take over the points lead if he wins this race over the 5 of Austin Robb. It was absolute heartbreak last weekend at Auto Club. This time he's looking for redemption at a I don't want to say a similar racetrack because it's different distance, different shape, but the track surface is old, allows for many grooves to work here. You can see them all fan out in the corners like they do at Auto Club. It's a fairly wide track as well. So, I don't know, Evan Hunter might be taking a liking to those tracks as the 42 and 91 almost get into it back there. And something like that track would be Michigan, which is where we're fighting for a championship. So, might just play into his liking there. As Fitzwater falls back, that's the 25 going for a spot on him. Fitzwater, I don't want to say he's very safely in this championship 4. He's got Joshua Harrison 9 points back of him. But they're both having not the best of days. People around the bubble are just generally in the back right now as the people up front try and solidify their way into the championship 4. And looking at the people we got up here, is there anyone who could really surprise? We see people gain 6 or so spots throughout the race. I was going to say you got Daniel Voiles, but I don't even know where he is. Oh, he's right there. Okay, so not quite sure if that's enough to gain him a lot of spots, but if he can work his way up, then he can definitely maybe upset this next race, but he'll have to also go right for him at Talladega as well. Behind him is Anton Charbonneau, and he is in the back. I don't think there's a way he gets back from that, I want to say. At least last time I checked. He's in 17th. So it could be worse for him. And then next up is Dylan Romanian, who is up front right here. Won the last race at Auto Club. Looking to go back-to-back here, and he gained 9 spots. So this is an example of someone gaining a lot of spots in the points standings. 9 spots after 1 race, that's what a race win does. And if he can win this one, then that'll definitely boost his chances at making the Final 4. As here comes Nathan Norman, 15th in points. He gained 6 spots after last race. It might need a lot to go right at Talladega if he wins this one. If he wants to point his way in. We are coming up on the 45. That is lap traffic. As Orman leads the field. Single file for the front 2. That's going to change right here as the 4 is going to try and cross over the 24 just as the 24 took the lead. Orman on the outside, Hunter on the inside to lead that lap, who's just barely Orman by 0.03. As they're still side by side through that set of corners. Austin Robb looking at his championship rival right ahead of him. Double file throughout the pack. No really instances of 3 wide quite yet. Once again, these turns, anyone can fan out the way they want, take the lane they want. But they kind of choose to stay 2 by 2. Looks like the 24 prevailed on the outside. But Hunter's going to try again. He's got a huge run this time around. I think this time he's going to get it. We are catching the 45 little by little, so if we do indeed catch him soon, I mean, I feel like we will. Then it won't be a major hindrance. Might just rejoin the pack safely. Vickers is doing everything he can to get back up here. He led the points earlier in the season, and now he's fallen back to 11th points. 4th place today would definitely help, but I mean, as anyone, he would want that win. 25 is making his way up to the front of the field. Still, he's just 5 spots away from that top 10, but look at this right here. The 5 going up high. And the 91 has joined the battle, and the 94 has joined the battle for the lead. They're just getting a little bit dicey in the back right there. We'll see him as they come by on the back straightaway. They've resorted down to 3 wide here, but Skylar Taylor approaches this pack. And I thought the 94 could have been him, but it is Aiden Bigelow, who right now sits 28th in points. 42 going down low on the 24. So side by side for those guys. And Bigelow trying to make sure Hunter loses another race, I guess, because he's been close the past couple times and it just slipped through his fingers. Lap 26, passed halfway a while ago. This is a bit of a longer race, it feels like. But time-wise, it's probably going to end up on at the same amount of time as some of the other ones. As this battle of the lead has just gotten a bit more interesting here, with the 24, the 42, the 94 all gathering. You have to have a 4 in your number to contend with this lead right now, but it looks like the 20 is going to try and change that. Look at this, Evan Hunter trying to split the middle 4 wide for the lead. And they touch, they bounce off each other. Going to turn 3. Look out, the 4 slides up just a little bit, but they keep it away from the wall. The 94 might slap it off the corner. That gets the 20 a little bit sideways, trying to avoid him. But they stay 3 wide for the lead. They calm down for a little while, but that has come to an end as they catch the lapper. Hunter goes high again. Too high. He's going to drop like a rock now. We've been talking about Stephen Colon trying to contend for the lead. Here he is now. Wells trying to go down low. That looked like 4 wide for a minute, but the 21 backed off just a little. He'll slop in behind the 24 of Nathan Normand. Alright, here we come. And pretty much just as I expected, it's just going to be another car to deal with. There's really going to be no catastrophic slowings down as we catch the 45 of Skylar Taylor. I think he might have just lost the pack or something. Maybe he had a mechanical issue. Went to the pits, completely fixed it, and now he's on pace with the rest of the field. But just something to keep in mind with the battle as we approach 10 to go next time by. David Vickers is now working on the 45 cars. 24 is already passed. Looking for any others. That's Christian Vargas up ahead. I'm not quite sure if we would catch him. He is right now across the finish line as the pack goes off of turn number 4. You can barely see him. Oh, wreck into the back! The 92 is involved. The 28 just barely gets avoided. We're racing back. And look at this. That's a heartbreak for Skylar Taylor. He could have gone it well. Yeah, he would have been just one lap down after that. But Nathan Orman leads him to the first caution of the day, happening late, and I don't think it's over. The 66 is involved. Hopefully they don't hit him. Oh no, the 73 got him damaged, and now the 59. DeLolo is, his day's done. He was 7th. Same with Voiles, that's big. He's got rear end damage. Does he have any front end damage? He didn't come down to pit road to fix it, so he might just think it's good. He does indeed have front end damage. That's pretty severe looking. Bonjack was one of them involved in that. 12 in points. So what happened to bring out this first caution of the day happening at around the 10 to go mark? Alright, it's next time by. Okay, back here. The 47 up high. Oh, I don't think it had anything to do with the 47. Let's back up and see that again from a different camera angle. The 94th, I think, came down, and then I'm not quite sure what happened there. Maybe that was just a panic line issue, but... Yeah, and then the 92 also got spun by the 78. And then they spin out again, collecting the 66. That's where he got his damage. Same with the 77. The 30's gonna slap the 66 right there. Annie Thomas is a bubble driver. She's looking, trying to look on the outside, looking in. And 66 gets high center. He's trying to get his way out of that. Can't go anywhere. Finally reverses. But here comes the field. And they all scramble to avoid, and it causes a stack-up effect between the 73, 20, and 59. Luckily no one else. But still very unfortunate that had to happen right there. So this all happened in front of Winnie Calhoun here. As we put it in slow motion just to grasp the entirety, I think it was all in response to keep it away from the wall. And as for the 78 and 92, just gonna take a look at that one more time. Yeah. I don't know. I think that might be an NR 2003 trick issue, if I'm being honest. I haven't seen that before. They just kind of all overcorrected, went down the racetrack. The 94, he didn't even get clipped, and he went down there. But that gets the 28 sideways. 84's in it. The 92 took a hard lick to the inside wall. He's going to come back up into the 78. And that's going to result in more carnage up at the front of the field in turn number 1. Resulting in this very long wreck. Just barely clips the 66 of Calhoun. The 83 of Joshua Harrison gets damaged. He's 5th in points. So this race is going to prove to be a shake-up big time. And Annie Thomas as well here. She's 6th. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see how things turn out after today. As we have the 1 to go now. It'll be a restart with, I want to say, 5 to go. So if a caution comes out after that, that would end it. We'll have to see how crazy they get on this restart, though. They're usually very clean here at Miami, and no, I don't know what happened there. If I'm being completely honest. We thought we saw the worst of the issues with the track at Iowa, but they're not done yet. But to go through the field one last time before we finish this race here, the 24 of Nathan Orman leading the race with the 42 of David Vickers behind. The 21 of Roberto Crown Jr. is in third, and because it is a 10 to go restart with less than 10 to go restart, the 45 will start in the middle of the pack where he crossed the line. So that puts the 03 in fourth, fifth in line, 25 in fifth, last car in the top five. Evan Hunter is in sixth place. Seventh place is Daniel Voiles, and this might just split the pack because this all happened after the flag, and he got to keep his track position. Zachary Fitzwater Sr. also has damage. The 91 of the 5 round at the top 10, though. We are back green, and this is definitely going to be hindrance with the 20 car on the restart. That has pretty much just ended the chances of everyone back here. Alright, looks like we'll be having a 6-car battle for the lead here. The 42 is going to jump inside. He is looking for win number 2 on the season. Or no, Mathis Wells won Mesa Marin. So Wells is looking for his second win of the season. Vickers looking for his first. Just barely missed out on that win at Mesa Marin. But he's been strong all season. Had a hiccup in the middle, but now he's looking back for the lead. And maybe this, with all the issues that everyone else ahead of him had, this could be good for him. The 24 on the outside trying to hold strong there. Trying to find the grip as they come to 3 to go here. Austin Robb watching this pack slip away from him, including his championship rival Evan Hunter and bubble driver Steven Colon. Vickers is going to clear for the lead. Now the 21 is there, to the inside. Two to go here at Miami. Colon trying to make some desperate moves. 3 wide to the inside of Orman and Wells. And that might just make it a 2-horse race at this point, with these two trying to pull away. Look at the way the 25 dove it down in there. Can he make it stick and pull away and try and pull towards the front two? As there's the white flag, 1 more lap to go. These two remain side by side. The 4 pulls to the inside of Cologne, and that might put the 42 3 wide outside. Crown Jr. might just have this locked up here. The 4 gets a little sideways, a little tight in the corner, and that's going to allow the 21, Roberto Crown Jr., to get the win here at Homestead, Miami. Crown Jr. was in the championship for last season. I don't think he'll be in it this season, but won a run from the 25 to get second. I feel like this could definitely point him in. He's just 10 points away, or excuse me, 17 points away from the 5th spot. But that's probably more, but everyone behind him had bad days. Fitzwater Sr. I want to say this could be good for him. All the contenders were really in front of him. But we'll have to see how the 25's situation, Steven Cologne, shapes out. But Mathis Wells, he's solidified his spot in right now. Unless something goes terribly wrong at Talladega, I think he's in. Same with Evan Hunter, who finished 6th today, and Austin Robb, who got a 7th place finish. So, I'm not quite sure if that's 5 is going to take the points lead after this race, or if he'll be the 4 taking it over. But it's definitely going to be one of those two. Zachary Fitzwater Sr. in 9th. Wells, 22 points back with the leader and got 3rd today. It's definitely going to be all condensed after this race at Michigan. And even if we didn't have the Final Four format, this would be an absolute just thriller to the end. As we've got a complete battle for the championship here. At least for the final point spot. But the top 4 in points are all still like neck to neck to neck. So even without the Final Four, whoever finishes in front of that race could just get the championship the way it's shaping out to be. So here's the bottom half of the results. 23 cars on the lead lap. Oils was the last of them. Onjek and Skylar Taylor are laps down. Same with Christian Vargas with that mechanical issue early on. Calhoun retired from the race. I think that was after. And the 73, 77, 92 were all out. So that'll do it for Homestead. Lots of passing in this one, lots of multi-group racing. That's what you want to see in this. And you're only going to get to see more in Michigan. But then we head off to Talladega, the Great Wild Card, before the finale to see who makes the championship 4 in the end. But for now, let's go to victory lane with the 21, Alberto Crown Jr. for his win here at Homestead, Miami. Thank you for watching the Android Cup Series. We'll see you next time.